Good morning. Welcome back to Pastor's Morning Walk. It's another fine fall day in North Carolina, and yet again, the heavens declare the glory of God. I'm continually awestruck by the works of God's hands. Every morning, the sunrise is marvelous. If you've watched the last few, you'll see the sun is an hour higher in the sky. That's because daylight savings time has come. I was thankful for the extra hour of rest for the Lord's Day, and I feel quite refreshed now. The Lord is very merciful. He blessed us in His house yesterday, and as I mentioned before, we have a number of exciting kingdom opportunities that we've been able to put our hands to, and eager to be able to tell you more in public. But one was we went to a nearby university and evangelized on the campus, did a few minutes of street preaching on the square in the middle of the campus. And it was pretty sparse, but about a dozen people, I'd say, heard at least 20 to 30 seconds of the preaching. And those are seeds that we planted, and if they're watered by the Spirit, they could give birth to everlasting life. So it's very encouraging, and I ask you to pray for good fruit. One sweet thing was, there was an older couple walking, and a child came up and asked, "Would you like this tract about Bible study?" And the older couple said yes. I find it's relatively rare that people refuse a child. They're great to bring for passing out tracts. But then he had a Bible in his hand. He said, "Do you have a Bible?" Now this woman was probably 60 years old. Just looked to me like a normal white woman living here in North Carolina. But she said no. And I meditated on that afterwards. It's somewhat unbelievable to me that a woman of her age, married apparently, looked fine, nothing subversive or strange about her. She didn't have a Bible. Assuming she was telling the truth. It's quite a commentary on our society that she didn't even have one. A woman who, for most of her life, grew up in a time when North Carolina was much more Christian. So, she got a Bible. Pray that she'll read it. I continue reading this morning in Proverbs, but I'll pass over that to mention the sermon this morning on a favorite text. Christ has come, Lazarus has died, in John 11, and he's comforting Mary, and he says, "I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And everyone that liveth and believeth in me shall never die." He's comforting Martha. If I said Mary, I'm sorry. He's talking to Martha. And he gives her this comfort, but then he challenges her. "Believest thou this?" He says this in response to her confidence that her brother would rise again on the last day. And Christ tells her that eternal life is a reality now for those that trust Christ. Anyone that believes in him has passed now from death to life. He has the first resurrection, which is deliverance from spiritual death, so that though he still remains in a dying body, and he will die in his flesh, he's no longer dead to God. He's alive to God. And that life will give birth in the consummation of eternal life, first at his death in his soul with God, and then gloriously at the resurrection, soul and body raised, just like Christ went on as a sign of these things to raise Lazarus. This is a glorious proclamation of the gospel. But it's instructive to us how Christ proclaims that gospel. He proclaims himself. Christ is preaching Christ. And may it ever be that when we preach, that's what we preach, to desire to know nothing among the people of God and the unbelievers than Jesus Christ and him crucified. Christ being the very center of all that we preach. Not that every doctrine is that of Christology, but that it all comes from him and points to him and is all rooted in his word. But then the other aspect that's important to draw out is that this preaching is confrontational. Christ knows Martha, he knows her faith, and yet he nonetheless confronts her. Believest thou this? The preacher can never say to people, tacitly or not, take it or leave it. Do whatever you like. That is inappropriate to the urgency of the gospel. Men need Christ, and Christ requires them to come to him. It's not merely an invitation or a call. Christ commands, come unto me. And so he accosts her to give an account of her soul to God. Believest thou this? Dost thou truly have saving faith in me, the resurrection and the life? She goes on to affirm, yes, she did believe. May it be true of you. Ask yourself this question. It's the most important one you can. I'll be asking the boys this question. Boys, think about it. Contemplate the answer. Deal honestly with your soul before God. It is the most important question you can ask or answer. Do you believe that Jesus Christ is the resurrection and the life? The Lord bless you today.